LeBron James recently revealed that while he's at work with his son, his now co-worker, Bronny James, Bronny cannot call LeBron dad. King James said, "We already laid that down. He cannot call me dad in the workplace. Once we leave out of the practice facility and the gates close, I can be dad again. But while we at work, he got to call me something like 2-3 or Bron or GOAT if he wants to. It's up to him." I think it's one of the coolest things in the world that LeBron works with his son. He's been great for so long. He's now put himself and his boy in position to be co-workers. Got to be one of the dopest feelings on God Green's earth. Bronny now has to go to work with his dad and realize I can't call dad on the court. Like, I can't say pass the ball, dad. Like, it don't sound right. It don't miss well. You can't be calling your dad on the court. Nobody's going to respect you. You already look like this dude. He has to adjust and call dad, bro. Do you know how cool it's got to be in a position where you can't call your dad for a few hours a day? That's got to be one of the craziest feelings in the world. But we got to talk about what LeBron said about himself. LeBron said if Bronny James wants to, he can call LeBron GOAT at work. This is another example of LeBron James calling himself the greatest of all time, even if it's passingly. He's like, yo, some people call me GOAT. If my son want to call me that, he can too. It's just weird and cringeworthy for a few different reasons. We never seen great players of yesterday, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, the Magic Johnsons. Although we know they felt like the greatest, they talked trash to other players like they were the greatest. They had too much respect and admiration for the game of basketball to come out and say they're the GOAT. And have you noticed LeBron only calls himself the GOAT when he's in that environment around his friends, his partners, the people that probably look up to him the most because he made a way for all those dudes in some form or fashion? LeBron always calls himself the GOAT, and exclusively, it feels like, at least publicly, on that shop show. That's interesting to me. If you feel like you the GOAT, say it when you're doing pressers. Say it in other conversations. When he gets around them homeboys of his that he grew up with, that's when he always calls himself GOAT, or you could call me GOAT. I think that's interesting, to say the least. I respect LeBron saying, yo, all I got is me, my family, my friends, and my fans. A lot of people do not believe I ever achieved that GOAT status. So now from here on, I'm going to troll them. I'm going to say I'm the greatest of all time. I have a real legit argument. Have you seen me? I'm still playing, still dunking, still scoring at a crazy level. I got a real GOAT argument, and maybe you don't think I was mentally ever the GOAT of your liking. Maybe you think I lost to Steph Curry too much in my prime. I lost in the finals too much in my prime. I didn't make enough game winners for you in the regular season when I was a Cleveland Cavalier. Whatever the case may be, I'm calling myself GOAT. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I respect the troll aspect of that, if I'm being completely honest with you, but the actual aspect of it, it just cringes. It's just cringeworthy, right? Like, no, we've not seen great athletes of the past do that. Like, if you're Kevin Garnett, I think he's the best example I can use. Kevin Garnett, there's no way he thinks LeBron James is the greatest of all time. He caught the tail end of prime Michael Jordan. He caught the tail end of Mike's last three-peat in Chicago. He played with Kobe Bryant his entire career pretty much, which means he had to witness firsthand Kobe's Lakers take Kevin Garnett's T-Wolves to school, and then they duked it out and split in the NBA Finals at the latter part of their careers. LeBron James, KG, even as he aged out of his prime, took his old big three and beat up on LeBron to the point where he had to leave and go find two other prime players to defeat an aging Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and the Boston Celtics. There's no way Kevin Garnett thinks LeBron is his GOAT. It's impossible based off of the career he had. And I'm sure to somebody like Kevin Garnett, who, by the way, was an all-time great top 20 player in his outright, I'm sure he looks at LeBron calling himself the GOAT, casually in conversations when he didn't watch Kobe do that. He didn't watch Mike do that. I'm sure Kevin Garnett is offended by that rhetoric from LeBron James. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, man, I know they're going to have their way in my comment section. Boy, I got a lot of supporters out here that are not the biggest fans of LeBron James and his GOAT trajectory. They about to tag into him in my comment section. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like he kind of put this one on himself. Let me know. LeBron says his son, Bronny, can call him GOAT if he desires. Because that's what everybody around the facilities is calling him, right? I'm out. All right, y'all, the NFL season is here. Head over to Underdog Fantasy. Use my promo code FERRO. You can already make your picks for the entire season. Here are some guys that I believe are going to have great years. If your picks are correct, you're going to win a lot of cheese. Use my promo code FERRO. Tell me when you did it. I might even give you a free copy of Madden 25 or NCAA College Football 25.